Good morning, candidates. Expected banking awareness questions for SBI Clerks, SBI Cbo interview, KBL PO interview, IBPS Clerks, IBPS RRB PO Assistant. What is the full form of NUUP? National Unified Ussd Platform Based Mobile Banking Service. 1 minute, let me check up what is the correct form in which it is. Full form of NUUP, National Unified Ussd Platform, Ussd based mobile banking service from NPCI that brings together all the banks and telecom service providers. In NUUP, a customer can access banking services by just pressing *99# from his mobile phones. This service works across GSM mobile handsets. The scale of finance for different crops in a district is decided every year by DLTC, and Dash in the district acts as convener of the committee, District Central Cooperative Bank. While financing milch animals, it is not permissible to purchase with third and above lactation. That is, the cow has already yielded more than this time. Expand, agriculture graduates will be able to explain. Please give it in the comments. Expand APEDA, Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority. Expand IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standard. Under notice money market, the funds are transacted by banks for 2 to 14 days. Notice money market. A bank enters into a contract for selling third-party products and earns a commission for the services. The bank will face which type of risk? Operational risk. ISSP stands for Information System Security Policy. RuPay platform refers to National Payment Corporation of India has launched a RuPay card with the intention of integration of payment systems in the country. It has led to lower transaction cost as processing is being done within the country. See, if it is not RuPay, you are going to deal with Visa, MasterCard, etc. We have to pay charges to the foreign authority, foreign companies. So that way, exchange rate, etc. is saved. Liquidity provided under 7-day, 14-day term repos is 0.75% of NDTL. The single portal initiated by Ministry of Corporate Affairs for one-stop solution for all companies, MCA 21. The RBI is using index of inflation for policy making, consumer price index. What is the liability of members of HUF if Karta incurred debt? Co-partners are liable to the extent of their share. Whether will has to be registered. Will means somebody writes that after his death it should go to his sons and all. Whether it should be registered, not required. Guardian appointed by will of father for his minor child is known as testamentary guardian. The liquidity coverage ratio is a requirement whereby banks must hold an amount of high quality liquid assets that is enough to fund cash outflows for 30 days. RBI allows banks to maintain lower liquidity ratio. The LCR requirement will gradually be restored back in two phases, dash by 1/10/2020 and dash by 1/4/2021, 90% and 100%. RBI has now deferred the implementation of Net Stable Funding Ratio NSFR to April 1, 2021. Considering the COVID-19 situation, RBI has deferred the implementation of last tranche of dash percentage, that is 0.625% of the capital conservation buffer, to April 1, 2021. Marginal standing facility is a window for banks to borrow from RBI in an emergency situation when interbank liquidity dries up completely. What is the present MSF rate? 4.25%. We can expect this question. Financing infra projects with an assurance from infra finance companies to take over the liabilities after a span of time as standard asset is called take out financing. An import license is valid for 24 months, which is not the function of assets liability company budget target. Assets liability committee budget target. Banker customer relationship in standing instruction is banker is agent, customer is principal. IMPS limit is increased from 50,000 to 2 lakhs. What is deferred payment guarantee, DPG, and how it is different from term loan? DPG is issued for the purchase of capital goods in favor of machinery suppliers. The appraisal of term loan and DPG is very similar. The only difference is the outlay of funds. In the case of DPG, funds will not be going out of the bank, whereas term loan funds will go out of the bank's kitty. Next point, meaning of accrual concept, mercantile system. What is the limitation period of execution of decree? Decree execution is 12 years from the date of decree. Many of you may not know what is decree. Decree is a document issued by the court after a bank has filed a suit against the borrower for recovery, and the decree will be given. That decree has to be executed by attaching properties. That has to be done within a period of 12 years. Protection is available to collecting bank under section 131 of Negotiable Instruments Act. Period of KYC updation on low risk customers is 10 years. That is, low risk customers means say pensioners, bank employees, and also those who are getting monthly income, they are all low risk. CIN in the case of company indicates corporate identity number. Corporate identity number. Partnership firm is not registered. Then what is the implication? Partnership firm cannot file suit on anybody, but others can file suit on the partnership firm. This is a question for BCom, CA, BJ, and SBI Cbo interview also. Classification of NPA in consortium advances. Each bank will classify the account on the basis of its own record of recovery. SurFaCi proceeding in a consortium advance if 60% of creditors in value agree. Consortium means more than two banks joining together to make advance. Brownfield investment refers to brownfield means when a company purchases or leases an existing facility, that is known as brownfield. The Schedule Dash to the Companies Act 2013 provides general instructions for preparation of balance sheet and statement of profit and loss of a company. The answer is Schedule 3. Schedule 3, we can put it. The new format of balance sheet is also called vertical format balance sheet. Expand SQL in the context of digital banking and cyber security structured query language. A front-end server which hides the IP address or the domain name in a front-end address of the network is called proxy server. A bank on a particular day was in an oversold position, that is, sold more foreign currency than it had purchased. This situation is known as short position. That means it is not having sufficient foreign exchange that it has committed to sell. Rearing or farming of freshwater fishes in artificial tanks or lakes is called aquaculture. Full form of TREDS, Trades Receivables Discounting System. Trade Receivables E-Discounting System. Loans to farmer against pledge or hypothecation of agricultural produce post-harvest marketing scheme under priority sector is 50 lakh for a period of 12 months. Loans to individuals for educational purpose, India and abroad under priority sector 20 lakhs. Abroad means 20 lakhs. How much inward remittance can be credited to EEFC account, export earners foreign currency account? 100% of export proceeds. A unit is having current assets of rupees 400 and the current ratio is 2:1. Quick ratio 1:1. What is the level of inventories? 200. Automated clearing house in Hong Kong is called CHATS. Chips in New York, CHAPS in UK. In India it is called NACH. In case of special crossing, banker gets protection under section 124 of NI Act. Who is the regulator of imports of goods and services in India? DGFT. What is noting? Getting a dishonored bill of exchange noted from notary. This certificate issued by the notary is called protester under section 100 of Negotiable Instruments Act. Current account operated by finance director who dies in an accident. Check signed by him is presented for payment. It can be paid. It will be paid. Dash has ceased to be a banking company with effect from July 28. Aditya Birla Idea Payments Limited. Maximum OD limit permitted under PMJDY. This question we can expect in SBI. PMJDY is rupees 10,000. Thank you. Best wishes.